So I've kind of jammed most of what I've cut since I got back from Montana into this one video. And I even started cabbing since I got back. And so some of my results from the things I've cut from Montana are in this video as well. I hope you guys like them. I appreciate your patience and me getting all these out. Honestly, I've just been cabbing so much, not just Montana stuff, but a bunch of other stuff. And I love it, absolutely love it. So that's what's taking up a lot of my time, but it's been well worth it. So hope you guys enjoy this. At the shop, after coming back from Montana and South Dakota, we're gonna cut some of these rocks today, and I'm super stoked to see inside of these things. And I don't even know where I should start. So many options. What should we start with right now? Should we do one of these pieces of petrified wood, put that on the saw? I think so. Let's start. Let's go for our orange beauty. I think we're just gonna cut this off. I wanna see this end grain right here. I think we're gonna have close to a full limb cast when it's all said and done. So we're gonna load this up, get that cut across the profile. All right, ready to pull out our first cut on our orangey agatized petrified wood from Montana. And wow. Look at that. Wow. Oh, we'll get a close-up on this. Oh my goodness. This turned out to be just stunning. Look at the grain, that patterning, the agate. I apologize if my camera lens is a little smudgy from oil. I tried to get it all off. But wow, what a beautiful first cut. That's one way to start. Man, that petrified wood is just stunning. What a great start. Next one we're gonna load up is this big old piece of petrified wood also. Let's go ahead and knock out some of these pets. I just wanna take a top off, see what the profile is gonna look like underneath with this grain. All right, let's take a look at our big piece of agatized petrified wood from Montana. Oh, that's so pretty. That is beautiful. Those colors in there are amazing. All right, so our big petrified wood. Finally got everything off the saw. Man, look at that beautiful, beautiful grain. Those patterns in there are just so stunning. Beautiful growth rings. I mean, absolutely beautiful. And you see the little agate pockets running through out there. He does have a little bit of translucency through it in some spots, which is cool, but beautiful yellows, oranges, and that grain is just something special. And then we got a slab out of it. That's so pretty. That is gonna make some gorgeous cabs. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. And we still got the rest of our beast here. Yeah, we had some saw fun today. We got all the circuits fixed at the shop, which is great. But this one particular saw, first we had the pulley come off, and then we had the automatic feeder stop working, and this poor stone's been through hell and back today. But finally got that slab cut off, and we'll be able to shape this one out as a specimen, or maybe get some more slabs off of it in the future. But just a stunning piece of petrified wood. I mean, all those growth rings in there are just, I love them. I do. Got to check out the red and gold jasper next. That's what we're going to try to slab. All right, let's see our pinkish, reddish, goldish, brecciated jasper. I went ahead and just kept cutting some slabs here. I haven't even looked at them yet. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, that's really pretty. All right, we're gonna look at them under magnification here. All right, so let's look at the end piece first. really awesome detail. I think this LED light is changing the color on it a little bit though. But I love the breccia. Breccia is when a rock is broken up over time and reformed into a new solid rock. And all these lines right here, these crack lines, are filled with chalcedony or agate. So that just makes some really awesome patterns. And we still got a lot of rock we want to cab on later. We can. What a beautiful jasper. All right, I think I've waited long enough to start cutting some agates. Let's see if we can get this one loaded up the way I want to. Finally got it loaded up, cut right between the windows there. Hopefully we'll get it exactly like we want, not going anywhere. So let's fire it up. All right, so my big old quartz core agate has dropped. And we dropped face down, so before I look at it, I'm gonna grab it. We're gonna go outside, look at it for the first time together. Okay, so it is that time, the moment of truth. Here we go. Oh, wow. That is so pretty. We got some brilliant lines, bands in there too. Absolutely gorgeous. It did not disappoint. All up in there, I don't know if you can see it right there. We'll get a little zoom in soon. But there's very faint banding up in there too. When you get that polished out, they should pop. It's got some fracturing in there, but not too bad. Kind of everything I hoped it would be. That's absolutely gorgeous. Alright, next one we're going to put on is this beautiful blue dendrite agate. So we're going to see if we can get some slabs out of it. It's too pretty for me not to cut today, that's for sure. So far it's been a fun day of technical difficulties. Isn't that always a good time? But got the saw still running on the pretty blue one with the beautiful black dendrites, and I've already cut the heel off. And I just stuck my hand inside the saw thing after it stopped, of course. Did a couple cranks on the spindle to get it kicked over so I could do slabs. Closed the lid, turned it back on, fired it up, and it's running just fine. But I saw the inside with what it looks like, and man, it is gorgeous. Okay, so are y'all ready? And so here's the heel. I mean, beautiful blue banded core. And I'll get these home and cleaned up, all the oil off of them and stuff, to get some better pictures. Probably my lens on my camera is a little blurry as well. So we got more of the focus. Kind of see all the bands up in there. This part of the slab is just, oh, how stupid gorgeous is that? Just beautiful bands everywhere. And then we got a full slab that stayed together. Oh. And again, I get these home, get these all cleaned up. We'll take a better look at them, because they deserve a better look. Absolutely. And then here's the main rock that I still got this much of. I mean, have you ever seen a Montana like that? It looks a little bit more like West Texas mixed with Montana. The bands are just, oh, that's way too much zoom. The bands are just unbelievable. That is spectacular. Alright, let's cut into this beauty. See what we got hiding inside. She's big. She's beautiful. Let's get a closer look at this chonker. There's our heel piece, not much going on there. But we start to get into slabs and we've got all these details that really start to pop. Got some pretty moss already showing. The little filaments and tubes that run through this are really, really cool details. And when you put a backlight on them, they really start to pop out. Slab number 2. Just love the coloring in here. And again, you see those filament tubes start to look like, raindrops going down a window. Really cool effect. And some of the moss really starts to pop as we get deeper into the stone. Some beautiful patterns in there. This slab is just, it's so pretty. It's like a Rorschach test. Nobody knows how to say that. It's kind of like Worcestershire. Worst shire ever. Another really pretty slab, and again, the filaments. I love the little details in them. This is my favorite slab though, and this is one I cabbed, which you'll see here in just a second. What beautiful moss and eyes from those tubes. There's so much detail in this thing. Looks kind of plain from the outside, but it's actually extremely detailed. You get that light behind it, everything just kind of pops. And we still have this big old chunk that I can still cut up and cab off of later. How pretty is that? Man, Montana agates are really something special. Okay, it's time. I cannot wait any longer. I have to see what is inside. Alright, so our big orange grapefruit from Montana. First cut is made. I have no idea if I'm about to be severely disappointed or if this is going to be the most amazing thing ever. So let's take a look at our big old orange ball of fun here. Didn't turn out quite as crazy as I hoped it would, but still some neat features. A lot of beautiful eyes that make up this kind of quartz-like center. And then they've got some neat agate banding running around the edges in a few pockets. So, I don't know, not phenomenal, like not anything that I'd be like, oh yeah, cool, but not awful. Still really pretty, very translucent as well. Again, the agate pocket is actually really nice in these. You got some good banding. So I'm sure I can get some cabs or some neat stuff out of these. But again, nothing that I'm like so stoked about. I really kind of hoped it would be better, but these agate pockets just don't run anything further than about an inch into the rock. If they came all the way into the rock, this thing would be just knockout. But as it is, it's still a really cool specimen with some really neat features, and still really glad I found it.
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
It's the first piece of petrified wood I found when I was in Montana. First thing I really found that I kept. So let's cut the end off, see what the end grain looks like. I actually do have really high hopes for this one. It's just so pretty. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is unbelievably gorgeous. All right, yep, I'm set it up so I get a slab, so that's absolutely what I'm gonna do. That is just stunning. So here is that very first piece of petrified wood that I found in Montana. And man, what a stunner. That's just a little end piece that we saw when it came off. Here's the first slab. These colors and patterns are amazing, but look how agatized it is. I mean, way cool. This is a pretty thick slab that I cut here, and it's still showing light through there. So we still got our big old main honker still left over. This is just so pretty. Okay, so I did not start to record when I put this one on, but it's this one. Look at this dark beauty. Oh, I think she's gonna have some secrets. The darker one. And I just faced it, so. Oh, wow. Look at that. Banding. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, that's straight up gorgeous. Let's see what the actual face looks like. Wow, that's so dark you can't even tell from there. Let me pull it out. Man, that is so dark. But I have no doubt once I get it polished up, it's gonna pop. A little agate pocket there on the bottom, or I had to cut a little base. And check out this Montana agate. Now this isn't one that I found. I actually acquired this in a rough rock sale online for really cheap. Look at the banding and fortifications in there. I'm gonna slab this up because this is gonna make some awesome cabs as well. Okay, not gonna lie, this might very well be the prettiest Montana agate I have ever seen. So this is the first piece that we saw. That was the end piece that was already pre-cut. I mean, ridiculous gorgeous already. But now our fortifications just get even better. That's slab number one. I mean, wow. Wow, 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 wow. That is ridiculous. So pretty. Alright, let's see what we got left. I mean, come on. That should be illegal to be that pretty. Sheesh. As wow as I have personally seen a Montana agate. Wow.